Hello students, today we are going to start the chapter number 10 from NCERT vectors. So first of all, what is the meaning of vector? Its definition is the quantity having both magnitude and direction is called a vector quantity. For example, velocity, displacement, acceleration, etc. You have already read this topic in plus 1 in physics. So this is the definition of vector. And the quantity having only magnitude is called a scalar quantity. Now what is the representation of the vector? Representation. How can we represent this vector? If we are using single letter, then vector can be represented like this. There should be arrow in the head of the letter. A vector, B vector, or if we are using two letters, then it should be like this. Small letter should always be single, and if we are using capital letters, then there should be two letters. A is the initial point and B is the ending point. So this is the vector AB. This is a fixed length. This fixed length is called magnitude. If this is the direction, then vector direction is this, and if arrow is like this, then direction is towards this side. So this vector can be written like this, and if this comes, direction is like this, then this vector will be written like this is the initial point, this is the terminal point, BA vector. Clear? And remember that AB vector is equal to minus of BA vector because it gets opposite directions. So this is the basic concepts of vectors. Now there are some important types of vectors which we will use in this chapter, and that is zero vector, or you can say the null vector, unit, co-initial, equal vectors. So first of all, what is zero vector? Whose magnitude is zero, and having some direction is called zero vector. This can be denoted by this type. Next, unit vector. Unit means 1. So unit vector will have magnitude 1. Clear? And this can be denoted by like A cap or AB cap. Co-initial. Co-initial means that they have the same terminal initial point. Co-initial, if they have the same initial point, let us take AB and AC. So there is one vector AB and other vector is AC. They have same starting point. Equal vectors. Equal magnitude and same direction. If the two vectors have same magnitude and same direction, then those vectors are called equal vectors. Now there is very important term in this chapter, that is direction cosines. So what is the meaning of direction cosines? First of all, let us take these three axes, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and let us take there is one vector, you can say that OA vector. Suppose that let OA vector makes angle alpha, beta, gamma with OX, OY and OZ respectively. These three angles are called direction angles. Direction angles are the angles which represents the direction of the vector. Now, if we will put cos with three vectors, cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. These are called direction cosines. Are called direction cosines and will denoted by L, M and N, or you can say that L, M and N. Direction cosines are always put into the angle brackets, and there is one important property of direction cosines is L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. Clear? Suppose that there are 3 points 1, 2, 3. Are these direction cosines or not? Check by this condition. 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square, is it 1? No. So these are not direction cosines. But you can check that if this thing comes 1 by root 14, 2 by root 14 and 3 by root 14, and apply this condition, add the square of these numbers, then it will clearly is equal to 1. So these are the direction cosines. Now with the help of direction cosines, there is one another term, that is direction ratios. Direction ratios or direction numbers. So what is this? Let L, M, N are direction cosines and ABC. Notation is same like direction cosines. Then ABC are direction numbers or direction ratios if L over A is equal to M over B is equal to N over C. It means these are the numbers whose are proportional to the direction cosines. Clear? So 1, 2, 3 can be the direction numbers also. Clear? So the difference between cosines and numbers is that the square of cosines is always 1, but the square of numbers is not is equal to 1. Now there are some important things. First is, if vector A is like this in the form of ijk, a1i plus a2j plus a3k, then its magnitude represented by mod of A is this. ijk are the unit vectors in the direction of x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, already read in the physics. Second point, unit vector in the direction of A is represented by a cap, and formula is this, vector over its magnitude. Coefficients of ijk are direction numbers. Suppose that there is vector A 2i minus 3j plus 4k, there is plus 4k. Then coefficients are the direction numbers of this vector, and if the square of these numbers is 1, then these will be the direction cosines. Clear? And fourth point is, if ABC are direction numbers, then how can we find the direction cosines from the numbers? By this method, divide every term by a square plus b square plus c square under root. Clear? So if these are the direction numbers, then what will be the direction cosines? Divide by the square of these 4 plus 9 plus 16 under root, that is root 29. Divide by this thing, so 2 by root 29 minus 3 by root 29 and 4 by root 29 will be the direction cosines. Now there is one section formula. Let there are 2 points A and B having position vectors A and B, and there is one point C which divides AB in the ratio m ratio n. So what will be the position vector of this point? Clear? Join with origin. So OB, OC and OA are the vectors. Let us take C divides internally. So in case of internally, position vector of C is equal to m into position vector of B plus n into position vector of A divided by m plus n. So this is equal to mb plus na divided by m plus n. And if there is the word externally, if C divides externally in the ratio A ratio m ratio n, then there will be negative signs. So this is the section of formula. Now next thing is number 6 point. Let us take there are 2 points A1, B1, C1, and next point is B, A2, B2, C2. Then how can we find the direction numbers? Direction numbers or direction ratios of AB is equal to final minus initial. A2 minus A1, B2 minus B1 and C2 minus C1. So these are the direction numbers. And from numbers we can easily find direction cosines by dividing the square plus of each term, and direction cosines can be find dividing by A2 minus A1 divided by square of these things. a2 minus a1 square plus b2 minus b1 square plus c2 minus c1 square under root. Similarly, second term, similarly third term. So this is the method of finding cosines from 2 points. Now the last note number 7 is parallel or collinear vectors. Suppose that A and B, A vector and B vector are parallel or collinear. Then the condition is one vector should is equal to lambda times the another vector, where lambda is a scalar. So this is very important condition. So these are the some important things. Now let us take question number 7 of exercise 10.2. This is the given vector and we have to find the unit vector in the direction of this vector. And first of all find magnitude of this vector, that is coefficient of I is 1 square plus again 1 square plus 2 square. So what is the magnitude? 4 plus 2 is 6, root 6 is the magnitude. Therefore unit vector in the direction of A is A cap is equal to vector over its magnitude. Vector is I plus j plus 2k divided by root 6, that is 1 by root 6 I cap plus 1 by root 6 j cap plus 2 by root 6 k cap. So this is the unit vector, and see that the coefficient of unit vectors are direction cosines. Now let us take question number 8. P and Q are the points and we have to find the unit vector in the direction of vector PQ. So first of all find what is PQ vector. It is equal to position vector of Q final minus position vector of P, that is initial vector. So final minus initial, 4 minus 1 I cap plus 5 minus 2 j cap plus 6 minus 3 k cap, and this is equal to 3 I cap plus 3j plus 3k. So this is the given vector. Therefore unit vector PQ cap is PQ vector over its magnitude, 3i plus 3j plus 3k divided by magnitude 9 plus 9 under root, that is 3 root 3, 3i plus 3j plus 3k divided by 3 root 3. So separate this thing. So this is equal to 1 by root 3 I cap plus 1 by root 3 j cap and 1 by root 3 k cap. So this is the unit vector. Now let us take question number 10. The given vector is this. Let us take this is A vector and we have to find the vector of magnitude 8 in the direction of this vector. For that first of all find unit vector. Clear? Then vector of magnitude 8 in the direction this vector is, just multiply that unit vector by the magnitude, and this is the answer. Now the question number 13 is, there are 2 points A and B and we have to find the direction cosines of the vector directed from A to B, from A to B. So B is the final point, A is the initial point. So first of all find direction ratios, final minus initial. If there was B to A, then this was the final point, this will be the initial point. Now final minus initial, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1. So these are the direction numbers, and direction cosines are divide by 4 plus 16 plus 16, square of these numbers to every term. So this is the direction cosine. Let us take question number 14. Vector is given by I plus D plus K and we have to prove that this vector is equally inclined to the 3 axes, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Means it makes equal angles with those axes. First of all find a unit vector in the direction of A. This is the unit vector and coefficient of unit vectors are direction cosines. You can check by adding and scaling. And direction cosines are cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. So this is cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. So from here, what is alpha? Cos inverse 1 by root 3. Similarly, beta and similarly gamma. As all the angles are equal, therefore vector A is equally inclined to axis. So in this way, you can solve this question. Now let us take 17th question. These are the three vectors which are the position vector of the vertices A, B and C of triangle ABC. And we have to prove that the triangle is a right angle triangle. First of all, find AB vector, BC vector and CA vector. So AB vector, position vector of B minus position vector of A. B minus A. You can easily find B minus A, 2 minus 3 is minus I cap, so this is AB vector. Similarly BC and similarly CA vector. Then find the magnitude of these vectors, AB magnitude. Find the magnitude of all the vectors, these are the magnitudes. Now check that what is AB square plus CA square. AB square is 35, CA square is 6, 41 which is equal to BC square. So this means Pythagoras theorem holds, therefore ABC are the vertices of a right angled triangle. So now you can solve 10.2 exercise.